Good evening, members. Good evening, the Honorable Central Council Member Dayanivash Sharma ji. Good evening, Geeta Madam. Very warm welcome to you all for this very special program of this networking of the firms, especially in this era where the technology has taken over most of the traditional practices, and it is very essential for all of us to enter the new areas of practice and upgrade ourselves and upskill ourselves along with the technological upgradation. So this is the need of the hour. On this area, we have our own expert at the head office level, that is ICI level, in the technology field and tech savvy, and who is responsible for most of the technological upgradations at the ICI level. The chair of the Central Council Member Dayanivash Sharma ji. I am very happy to invite you for this program, sir. Very warm welcome to you. I also welcome our chairman Jalpati ji, who is voiceless today because of the technical problem. And welcome, chairman sir. And also I very warmly welcome all the delegates who have been here to participate here, to know about the networking and how to expand and what's called qualitatively improve our professional services to our clients, and also enter into the new areas of professional practice. So we are here for the 3-hour session on this to be delivered by none other than the Central Council Member himself, Dayanivash Sharma ji. So before entering into the topic, I'd request Geeta Madam to give a brief introduction of the chief guest and the honorable speaker for the day. I know he doesn't need any introduction, but still it is a customary and our responsibility to introduce him. Over to you, Geeta Madam.
Thank you, sir. Our first person of the region, CA Jalpati, Secretary CA Pannada sir, and today's speaker, our beloved Central Council Member, CA Dayanivash Sharma sir, and my dear virtual viewers. Happy evening to one and all. I thank the chairman for giving me an opportunity to be part of this program, most part of this session, because members are looking for a lot of clarifications on this new guidelines of opportunities in networking and merger, and how really it helps us to collaborate and consolidate and grow. It's my privilege and honor to introduce our Central Council Member, CA Dayanivash Sharma sir. Of course, as our secretary said, he doesn't need any introduction, but it is our duty to introduce him for the benefit of our young chartered accountants. And he is a person who is known for his commitment to bring the SSP portal in live, and today now we are all getting benefited with the online services just with a click of button. CA Dayanivash Sharma, a managing partner of Lakshmi Nivas & Co. Chartered Accountant, has done his articleship with Price Waterhouse, and thereafter he revived his own firm from one member firm to 130 staff firm and contributed 100+ CAs to the fraternity. Their group is known for its name called Indian Multinational Firms. So he has been covered by a coffee table book and recognized as a young Indian visionary by IMG Innovative Media Group in whole of UAE. He held various positions in ICI, to name a few. He is the chairman of peer review board and member and student services. He is director, including SSP. He is a vice chairman of Digital Accounting and Assurance Board and Financial Reporting Review Board. He is also a board member of Quality Review Board and XBRL. He is also a member in UDIN and multi-central committees. He has participated and presented sessions in various seminars on 23+ topics, an accounting and assurance board and topics at ICI, national and international level. With this very, very, very brief introduction, I welcome Dayaniva Sharma sir once again to this session. And now I hand over the session to our speaker, Dayaniva Sharma sir. So over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Geeta madam, and thank you very much for the introduction. Fortunately, holding the positions in institute matters a lot when we are looking into the technical from accounting standard or financial reporting review side, digital accounting side, transformation side. It's always a pleasure to work with you all, people who have guided me all throughout. I still remember, Geeta madam, you also calling me and giving your suggestions with regards to what need to be improvised in SSP portal. Everyone, rather, even Panaraj sir called me up, Jalapati sir called me up. All of you have given me a biggest support. Chairman sir, it's a privilege to share a screen with you again. You know, in lifetime you become chairman of a particular branch or a particular region, or you become president only once. You cannot repeat it again. And you know, you have been the chairman of Coimbatore branch, and now you are chairman of SIRC, which is again one of the largest regions of the country. And the kind of actionable points which our region is doing under your leadership, under the leadership of again Secretary Mr. Panaraj, who is actually actively involved in the rural tier 2, tier 3 cities, and the coordination with the government is unimaginable. And Geeta madam, you have been doing a fantabulous job in your area of multiple things. Member and student services under you in region. So I compliment you and support you for all the activities which you have taken. But yes, let me come back to our chairman of SIRC, who's been a great support, and celebrating the 70th year itself is a pleasure. But with your vice chairman, that's the only thing which we want. Today we have a technical issue. Even we are not able to listen to your smile. But yes, you have always been a smiling face, more positive person, and encouraging a lot of people. I have called you at night 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock. You have lifted the phone as if it is morning 7 o'clock. So that itself is a message which is there. And as promised to you in the month of August, we will surely take the entire drive of SSP for all our members and students, so that any kind of difficulties which they are facing, be rest assured, any grievances which are there, we'll take it up, and technology resolves the issue at the fastest level. Till the time the technical thing at the grassroots thing is not impacted. Panaraj sir, you will be happy to know we are the only institute, or rather the body in the country, within 18 months, we have transformed the 5 crore data file, and today we are doing a seamless service on SSP portal. I don't think any member or a student have to call any other person for taking any kind of clarification, except barring few. So that also we are trying to go into make it. And chairman sir, just get ready, because the grievance redressal is now totally with you. From the country level, grievance redressal is with you. So you need to ensure that it has been taken effectively. And next week when I'm coming to Chennai, if you are planning to be there in Chennai, I'll surely take a lead and ensure that that entire transition is handed over to you in a complete manner. So,
sorry to interrupt, sir. Sir, can you share the screen, because many people are saying that they are not able to see the video part. We'll check it out, or else we'll restart the system.
Sure. Let me just share the screen. Is it come?
It's visible at our end, but the audience who have joined, right? Those who are saying that they can't see the video and audio part, both the thing. 1 minute.
Oh, just kindly check it once, because we are able to see.
Yeah, if that is the case, we'll just rejoin it. 1 minute. Yeah, now it's visible, and audio and video, everything is visible. So we can continue. So
We can continue, right?
yes, please. Thank you.
So primarily, Chairman sir, look forward for working with you. Though it is COVID time, now we are coming into a relaxation mode. We'll surely make a point that we take it forward. And thank you very much for giving an opportunity to come back and speak in region, particularly to all our members across the length and breadth. It'll be an interesting session, I promise you that way. But yes, allow me to speak certain hard facts, and also certain important areas where we need to focus on, and ensure that this entire thing goes in a true direction, and people really appreciate with the statistical data which we are going to take them through. So let us start. I'll try my level best to ensure that I keep the entire discussion for a short time, and more importantly, we'll make it, interactive discussion rather than a presentation. I would prefer that people who are there, they can actually go in the chat box, and if we are able to lift the people to the screen and actually take their question also, I'll be more than happy to do that part as well. So this is not a presentation, it is actually a discussion. I'll put it this way. And Geeta madam, when you are going to interact with a lot of women chartered accountants, I request you to kindly look in from that point of view, how we need to guide them. There are a lot of talented people who are there in the system. Lot of people are there. And they have actually moved back to their, might be hometown, or might be they have got settled with their family. And it is a beautiful opportunity with this networking thing. Beautiful opportunity with this networking thing. Beautiful opportunity with this thing. Is it fine? Is it fine? Is it fine? Is it fine? Is it fine?
It's
Is it
echoing,
fine?
sir.
Is it fine now?
Yes, fine, sir.
So what my request is, Geeta, a lot of people who are there who have completed their education, they have been CA and they have worked with larger organization, and over a period of time they have been into the different frame of mind. They got settled with their family, but time has come where the entire thing has become zero, and now they can actually come, whether it is a senior, whether it is a junior, with laws changing, lot of new things are coming up. Similarly, Panaraj sir, the other day I visited for my client place in Gulbarga. I had opportunity to meet a couple of young chartered accountants. You will be surprised to know that in a young chartered accountant I was giving a presentation on Ind AS, an accounting standard framework in Gulbarga, which people think that it is not possible, but that is possible. And that is where the deliberations happened, because our institute and particularly members are spread across the length and breadth of the country. And when I'm going to discuss certain very important facts, you will really appreciate how we can actually make a good battalion and ensure that things go in a right direction. So based on this, I have made the presentation into few categories, which is statistical information, current focus areas, knowing the world, ICI way forward with regards to multiple opportunities which nowhere in the world any other institute has done. So that is something which is very, very critical and very important, that people understand and really praise what our institute is doing for its members, and how do we explore into new opportunities and how can we work together in multifold level. Let us take this first example, right? This example is nothing but a statistical information which has been pulled out for sharing with our members. We have 3,27,000 active members, and in total we have close to 3,87,000 members who are in members up to date. Now the point is very simple. When you talk about ACA, FCA, right? ACA, FCA, 68% obviously are into ACA and 32% are only in FCA mode, right? But the most important part, Panaraj sir, you will also agree, Geeta madam, you are in Bangalore, you will particularly agree that, you see that second table which I have put forward, with COP and without COP, right? Panaraj sir, there is 46% of the people who are holding COP, right? And 54% are the people who are holding who are not holding certificate of practice. But you will be surprised to know that maximum number of chartered accountants are working with large audit firms and they don't hold COP. So directly they are not into practice, but indirectly they are into practice. So the percentage which we always talk that chartered accountants are moving towards industry, to what extent it is right, is something which we need to really evaluate and rethink about. At the national level, most of the firms have huge number of bunch of people who are acting as managers and paid assistants in audit firms. The moment you change this number and actually add those people who are working with audit firms, because Panaraj sir, you might be having some chartered accountants with you in your firm who are paid assistant, he's not holding a certificate of practice. Just start adding all those people into the COP, because indirectly they are into practice only. They are supporting audit firms. So what will be that bunch Whether it will be 50-50 or 60-40, that is a thumb rule which we need to apply and evaluate. So what I'm trying to tell you is 72 years of standing in this profession. You know, the charisma of the profession has been more with practice also equally. So it is only the young people who are moving out. They did some job somewhere, but when this pandemic came, most of the people have come back to the mother institute for holding certificate of practice, because they thought something will happen for me in my practice even if I'm losing on employment. So that is where the confidence is of this profession all throughout. And Geeta madam, you will also agree one point. If a person has not qualified his chartered accountancy, that person has also not slept, you know, without a meal. Every person today, even semi-qualified chartered accountant with a good background, is being paid more than ₹1 lakh salary. That means the profession is always a demand. We have never lost our sheen in the process. Whether the market has been good, the market has been bad, we have been standing very strong in the entire footprint of this nation. We have our own space in the process. This is what I would like to share with all the people. And please understand, it is the beautiful profession which we have gone through. I know my father, the way he started his career. I also have seen a lot of people who have been first timers, and they over a period of time had made big. They have made it big. So it is not that, you know, any place. Panaraj sir, if you ask me, you have been part of Bellary operations, right? It's a small state or city. You are today representing the entire South. That itself is the biggest message for all of us, the kind of liking which we have for the profession. It similarly is case with Geeta madam. She was the chairman of the largest branch of the country, Bangalore, and today she is representing all of us in SIRC. So this is where the profession is moving towards. It has its own shine, and it will continue to have its own shine. And now just see this equation in mind. If this employable people who are paid assistants in audit firms, whether you talk of largest firms of the country or the world, or you talk about large firms, including in India, from where we come from, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, there are many firms. 30, 40, 50 chartered accountants are working. So add these all people, you will get to know. And this percentage is for the nation. Bangalore particularly, Mumbai, Delhi particularly, right? So this is one thing which I wanted to share with you before I get into the networking. Networking is why important, I'll share. Be rest assured, I want to just set the tone right so that people really understand where we are heading towards, right? Now, let me take you to this hard reality. The hard reality is we have 88,000 firms in a nation of 130 crores population. In the nation of 130 crore population, we have 88,000 firms which are into practice. But the fact is, 70% of our firms are actually proprietary concerns. I would like to ask people who are attending this webinar one simple and straight question. How many of us would like to audit a large company? How many of us would like to get engaged with a large organization? If you can put it in the chat box, I'll be thankful and grateful. Where do I see the chat box?
The questions panel, sir. If you expand it.
Question panel.
If you right next to the button, if you expand it, it will open it up.
Yeah, so I opened it. I am waiting for people to write what do they look into with regards to whether their interest is there to do an audit of a large organization, right? The answer will be undoubtedly yes, everyone would like to do a large organization. Then why does the large organization not require, right, a large audit firm is the question, right? So both of our regional council members who are there with me today, I ask you one thing, sir. We read in our childhood days in every language, right, that if you have one stick, you can break, correct? But if it is bundle of sticks, can we break? Or if it is a tree trunk, we can't break. Unfortunately, what has happened over a period of time is, in our proprietary concerns, we have become very good individuals to handle lot of multiple things. But in our case, what has happened is we were missing out on certain other aspects, which is basically making a large firm. And if you ask me, very simple question, I'll put it forward. 1st July 2017, Panaraj sir, you remember what did Narendra Modi ji said? What did he say? That I need 100 India firms, top India firms, right? You talk about the best of the best organizations in the world, they are headed by Indians today. So how is it possible that we chartered accountants can be behind? Only because of one reason, that we have single proprietary concerns, which is 70%, which is a very large number at the national level. If I put it differently, right, you just see 51 and above firms. How many are there, sir? Geeta madam, how many are there in the screen? There are 10 firms only, right? So we have 29 states, sir, right? That means averagely per state also we don't have a single firm which is more than 50 partners. This is where the gap is. And now when it has come, when we were deliberating, we were discussing why things have to be in a particular format. Why does networking mean a lot is something which we wanted to discuss at length with all the people, which we are going to discuss today also. The fact has been very simple, that we have been dreaming to be big, but unfortunately the big are dreaming about big. So there is a gap which is there between the two. An example, let us take, when you or I actually have to go out for a holiday with family, can we go, sir? Who are actually holding proprietary concern? The answer is big no, because your client will follow you every time. Wherever you go, your network follows. Wherever you go, your client will follow, right? That time was different when income tax was a little complicated and it was to be simplified. And all of us have been doing one thing, is everyone was doing practice under income tax or VAT. Now GST has actually made people to be universal. You have to have 360-degree view of all the laws. India's accounting standards, standards in income tax, tax audit is also become critical now. So that means lot of laws are actually evolving and they are getting aligned with each other, so that the simplification happens. And more importantly, the fact is very simple. When we want to do and we want to reach #1 in the world with regards to ease of doing business, the laws have to be simplified. It's very critical. And now the laws are getting simplified. Just you see income tax audit reports which we have filed, Panaraj sir, right? The purchase and sale was automatically getting picked up from GST site. When you wanted to get your client registered for MSME, you only had to put the PAN card number, and it picked up all the data, right, of assets and income to categorize whether it is micro, small or medium, and automatically the categorization was happening. So now you just see how the synchronization is happening at a national level. That means whether we like it or not, we always have to be a universal. Either you know or you know who know, right? Either you know or you know who know. That means in my firm, I should either I have to be expert in GST, income tax, accounting standard, right? Ind AS for a financial reporting requirement, then my international transactions, then above that exports, imports, multiple state government policies, incentives. All these things cannot be there with one person because they are now complicated. Rather, if I start getting associated and getting more people in the firm, what is actually happened is something which we need to really evaluate. What is it missing to have large firm? Geeta madam or Panaraj sir, if you can just share. What actually is missing in why India is not able to take large firms? Any idea? Any idea? Let us be wrong, no problem, sir. This is within the group only.
They're not ready to come together and work.
That means somewhere trust
emotional bonding. They cannot leave their own firm name. That emotional distinct will be there, and may not be open up to get new partners and get into the new firm.
Correct, ma'am. I will not take the name of a large firm, Panara, sir, which is international, but I take a firm name, which is SR Bartleby, which is an Indian firm. Does anyone know who is SR Bartleby is? We never don't know, right? If you talk about many such firms in India which are there, we have never seen them. Internationally, no one knows who are the partners of which firm. We never saw a photograph also of a firm, but we are seeing today the brand value, which is actually because they are together and they made things happen. And more importantly, there are a lot of other advantages of working together, which I would like to share. And in this particular case, time has come. Looking at the statistics, just see, sir, 11 to 15 partners firm. We have only 288. Averagely 10 firms per 11 to 15. 10 firms per state. So this is something which we need to really think where we want to head towards, and we need to evaluate much more things in the process. Let us take this as an example. Okay, what is this example? The example is with regards to this is nothing but UDIN generated statistics in last year, because fortunately being part of the UDIN directorate, we could actually set this entire structure so well that we could actually evaluate what is the value of our profession. Geeta madam, if you are good in mathematics, please add all this UDIN generated. Approximately 1 crore. 1 crore UDIN easily. Correct, Panara sir? Now I multiply averagely bare minimum 1000 rupees per UDIN. How much is the value of our profession? 1000 crores. Right? If I am telling average, some fees are 5 crore, 10 crores also in certain cases, right? And somewhere we are charging 500. But after UDIN coming in, one thing good happened is all chartered accountants started, charging fees because I have to generate UDIN karke. Correct? So averagely, if I take 5,000 rupees for 1 crore UDIN, how much is the value of our profession? 5,000 crores. Divided by, I just would like to say, how many people are there in holding COP? How 1 lakh? 51,000, sir. Correct? So 5,000 crores divided by 1 lakh 51,000. What should be the value of a chartered accountant? My mathematics is bad, sir. So just imagine, where are we heading towards? And do we know the value of our profession in the right direction? And if people start thinking on a line that, 5,000 crores divided by this 1,51,000, and that should be the value of each chartered accountant in the entire profession, averagely if you take. Now let me take other hard fact, right, sir? This is the real statistics of all the areas. Now just go on the bottom, just above the bottom line, which is called GSTR 9C, right? That is gone. What is the total number of UDIN minus? 12 lakh UDIN is gone, zero it has become overnight, right? 44 AB, 3CA, 3CB, how much it is? 28 lakh. The limit is gone up. Limit is gone up. So what will be that percentage? Just see if you can make it 50%, 40%, 60%, choice is yours, right? And more importantly, statutory audit of corporate entities, how much it is? 7,17,000, right? I am going to share one slide. These are all my personal opinions. It is not institute opinion. I am not talking to you, all the members in the capacity of a council member. I am just sharing certain facts which are globally there and where we need to move. That also I am going to share. I am not just going to create a thought in mind. We'll actually deliberate how we need to move forward and make our firms more effective and qualitative. That is something which we need to really look at. How many are there, Panaraj sir? Corporate auditors, 7,17,000. I'm just going to share one slide. Right? This is a reality. When we want to increase the rating of ease of doing business, the smallest of the economies like Singapore and Malaysia have audit exemptions. They have audit exemptions with turnover, asset and employee count. Right? These are criteria. If this is below this particular threshold limit, just see Singapore, you see sir, $10 million. $10 million के नीचे अगर है, so there is no requirement of doing audit. If asset size is $5.1 million, multiply with 60. Madam, see the value of business. We are talking about MSME here and less than 50 employees. If this is the criteria in Singapore, right, there is no audit required. Now just imagine, right, I'll take you through this. Statutory corporate office audit, statutory audit of corporate, 7,17,000. If your company is just incorporated, right, we still have to do an audit. You might charge 10,000, 20,000, 25,000 for a new entity. If this all is going to go minus, what will be that number, sir? Right? And I am talking about one more number. Let me just take you. That is Singapore, no? The biggest of the economy. If you see United States of America, there are no legal requirement for a privately held entities to have audited financial statements. United States of America. Ease of doing business they are talking about. In that we have lost GST audit, right? Where we have actually contributed to the maximum level. Sir, what is that we need to give? Panaraj sir, Geeta madam, what is the vision we have to give it to our members is, we have to get this entire data from the globe and give it to our members. Look, do we require a change now? 72 years it was relevant. Yes, we were right. But after 72 years, are we going to be same? The answer is big question mark with the technology coming in. I'll just tell you one example which I perceive. It is my way of looking at things. One day will come where GST audit and tax audit will be combined. GST audit and tax audit will be combined, and you will have to file only one return. One return you will have to file, right? And it will tell why I require. Already you see what has happened for this private limited companies, 25% income tax. It's a message. You know why, sir? Globally, all the best economies, revenue for the budget comes from 70% from indirect taxes and only 30% comes from direct taxes. Whereas in India, it was reverse. 70% used to come from direct taxes and 30% used to come from indirect taxes. Taxing at source is being understood by India after 70 years. So now taxing at source is happening. That is why the tax collections are happening at a larger level. And GST collection is becoming an important area in the entire system. Slowly, the GST rates or GST collections is going to increase. Income tax is going to come down slowly. You see 15-25%, it will come to 20%, or it might go down to 15%. That is my way of looking at it. It is my perception. Again, it is not an institute view. It is my view, right? And what is happening in GST, sir? All your purchases, all your sales, all your income, all your expenditure is subjected to tax, right? That means all my transactions are getting recorded except what? Interest on capital, depreciation, right? Or might be remuneration entry. That's all. Only 3 items are pending. So that also will be a situation where a software will be built. Why don't we think about this? That software will also come where all this data, when you do a barcoding, sell, purchase, barcode, data is gone inside and recording and entire information is ready for assessment. Today the situation has come when we go for the assessing officer and tell that this is the assessment which we need to do. You know, more than us, the data is available with the department. That means what I'm trying to tell you is all transaction level issues are going to get over. That means from accounting or taxation calculations, auditors have to become business advisors now. This all things will be taken over by the system itself. And time is, please understand, I am not telling that we are going to be irrelevant. Today my father is 75 years old, but still I have lot of importance for him because he understood the entire law effectively. They have seen the transition. Income Tax Act is going to be same. All provisions are also going to be same. Only thing is how we are going to implement. The systems are going to change. Income Tax Act, income is income, expenditure is expenditure, asset is asset, liability is liability. All those things, when you look at, it's not going to change. A judgmental decision will be taken by an individual. Artificial intelligence cannot replace human intelligence. Artificial intelligence cannot replace human intelligence, and experience of a chartered accountant cannot be discounted at a zero level. Only thing is experience and speed have to come together and move up. That is a very simple logic. If you see, go back and see, if I have 62,000 firms out of 88,000 firms, which is 70%, which is individual, can it happen, sir? See, bank audits, whatever may say, from 26 PSUs, it has become 8, and 8 is very soon going to become 4, because there is a they are going to sell off those, privatize their entire banking system, and ultimately will be left with 4 banks. And how many branches? Same. Sir, Panaraj sir, Geeta madam, please, important point which we need to communicate with our members. We have seen hard currency, correct? Then we have seen plastic currency, which is our credit cards, debit cards. Now we are moving towards digital currency. Just for a moment, Panaraj sir, there is a recent announcement which has come in the newspaper where they talked about Reserve Bank of India has come out with a decision to convert the entire currency into digital currency, correct? Do you require a branch? Honestly tell me, do you require a branch? When our office mates, office boys, homemates are using these mobile phones and downloading all their income and expenditure from that, you transfer all the money there, right? Or lowest of the lowest person is able to pull out money, earn out of it. Taxi drivers, Ola drivers, Swiggy, Panaraj sir in there, no? Bellary also. Geeta madam, you have been to Belgaum, Hubli and all. Swiggy is there also. And youngsters who are college going students, they are not going to their parents for taking pocket money. They earn from deliveries. This is where digital India is moving towards. And this is where the 62,000 firms have to think about consolidating and moving forward. And that is why the new networking guidelines have come into place. Anyone has any questions, I am more than happy to respond. But yes, let us listen to anyone who is. Panaraj sir, if any questions are there, just see, and we can do a deliberation as such. Geeta madam, please look into it. Right? What are our current areas of focus? Right? This is what our area of focus is. Internal audit, statutory audit, company audit, in that tax audit and GST audit. Maximum bank audit. I talked about digital currency. Where are these banks going to go? Under the, sir, we used to have creation of charge. That papers used to go in the bank file. Where is the creation of charge now? Have you thought about it? How is ROC converted that entire registration of charges on single click of button? And don't you think that digital transformation which is going to take place with regards to documentation digitization, all the land documents and everything is going to come in the digital world in next 2-3 years, not more than that, right? So bank audits was the one particular thing which we were looking in. Project finance, you now know, with the payment banks coming into play, NBFCs coming into play, multiple such different kind of banking system which is coming into play in India. This project finance, sir, today you need not go to bank, correct? You get 10 calls in a day. Am I right, Geeta madam? At least you will get averagely in a month 5 or 6 calls. Geeta madam, you are a chartered accountant. do you require a unsecured loan? For a doctor, for an engineer, today the data is completely available. So project finance is also in a different shape. Direct and indirect taxation. Panaraj sir, one point which I would like to tell all our members is, I always say human, you, me, Geeta madam, all the people around have some sentiments, right? We feel about people, we talk about people, right? When we used to go to income tax department with you used to go might be with your client, correct? And the client used to go and sit before him, sir, today I don't have money. After 5 days, I'll make a payment of tax. So looking at your face value and the continuity of the client payment, the assessing officer used to say, Dekho, you please pay. I'll give you 5 days time, right? So people have that sentiments, but computers or systems do not have sentiment. They are ruthless. For it, 30 rupees demand also is 30 rupees demand, or 30 crore demand also is 30 crore demand. It will just trigger a button and demand notice will go. For it, 0.84 or 0.83 means 0.84 or 83 only. It cannot be more, it cannot be less. If the due date is the due date for it, otherwise it is releasing, right? All the penalty, prosecution, all notices as click of button. So now in direct and indirect tax representation also, it is very important that, we were not, I am not a good drafting person. I might be a good communicator to sit before an assessing officer and do certain things. Now, that is my experience. But now this is entirely going into digitization where faceless scrutiny is actually coming. Faceless assessment is coming, right? Now tell me one thing, Panaraj sir, very simple, straight question. Geeta madam, listen. I might be technology savvy. I don't have experience. My father is a experienced person, but he is not a technology person, right? If we are two independent people, can we both independently survive in this? No. Now it is time where we need to come together and make it as a team to move forward. So direct and indirect tax representation is also going to get into a mode where we are going to talk about how networking can help. Ind AS undoubtedly is the new future because the financial reporting framework is undergoing to go change completely. Similar is the case with systems audit, which is the most important one. I am really grateful to our institute, past presidents, past council members, past members who have made this entire thing a reality, who have made this as a reality. 18 years back, DISA was introduced in the system, but it was used for the purpose of empanelment only. But now you just see what is the requirement in every empanelment and every audit. Technology is going to be the most crucial thing. With one such example is the recent amendment come in the MCA. Correct, Panaraj sir? Audit trail. What is audit trail? Is nothing but DISA. A certified DISA person can only vet whether the documentation has been rightly done or not, and audit trail is there or not. So technology advancement is something which we need to really focus on, and that is going to be a different picture altogether. Followed with, now let us understand where do we stand in the globe front. You might be thinking whether I am talking some sense or nonsense, but where is the networking guidelines? Networking guidelines will not come into existence till the time we don't understand the entire background. Why networking guidelines have come is an important factor. These are all the realities which are there behind, which I am going to discuss. Sir, 77 continents, 195 countries and 162 accounting bodies in the world. You will be proud for one moment that networking guidelines or MDP are only in India, nowhere in the world. No advanced countries also have come out with the networking guidelines till date. So this is where we stand unique in the global front. I'm going to talk about that also in detail in time to come. Let us see this statistics. Panaraj sir, you will be happy to take all these numbers when you meet our members at large, only for one reason, that you just see CPA USA is there, right? That is the largest accounting body, which has 6,64,000. But for a fact is very clear that a person who is qualified from a particular state, he cannot practice in any other state. Versus in India, you qualify from anywhere in the state, in the remotest town, you can sign the balance sheet. What my father is signing, past presidents of the institute have signed, what I am signing, what you are signing, sir. We all are equal. In that particular country, it is not. That means we are the world's biggest institute for that matter. Right? Second largest we call ourselves, but we are the largest. And what more importantly, shall I tell you, Panaraj sir? Our act doesn't stop us to open office anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. So this is something which is very important. Now you see CPA China, they have only 3 lakh chartered accountants. Canada, 2 lakh 17. Australia, 1 lakh 58 only. But the fact is, these all chartered accountants who are there, they include industry and practice both. So now you divide 50-50 or whatever number you want to do, and they are largest economies of the world, correct? What is the difference between us and them? You know, you will laugh, Panaraj sir, after this. They charge hourly rate and we charge family rate. They charge hourly rate and we charge family rate. Means father, son, HUF, daughter, daughter-in-law, son-in-law, this, that, everything is included in one fees only. So this is where the difference is. Now the time has come to reprice ourselves. It is very critical. Sir, we have been competing among ourselves, but that competition has been reducing the fees. Don't reduce the fees, increase the fees. That is what the most important part is required. Today we don't have that number of chartered accountants to cater to the nation. What is the nation? Just see this. This is the population size of the countries. I just wanted to give it to people in one simple diagram. People can understand this very effectively. I think easy picture. 17.9% of the population of the world is in India and 18.5 is China, and China charges still hourly rate. Australia charges hourly rate. Say Singapore charges hourly rate. Right? So it is time where we need to really think whether population is actually a benefit or a negative thing for us. And only thing is what we need to really understand is rethink. The time has come where we need to reprice, and we can reprice when we collaborate with each other, when we talk about each other's well-being rather than underpricing ourselves. That is the most important thing which I wanted to share with people, which I am going to talk in my next slides also. This we have completed audit exemptions as such, right? Why networking? Why networking? If you see the bottom, united in diversity is the game. United in diversity is the game. Let us take an example of Warangal Karimnagar, which is close to Hyderabad. Let us talk about Panaraj sir, who is coming from Bellary, right? Panaraj sir, not that every person does GST, not that every person does tax audit, not that every person does audit. Just imagine we are individually doing in all our offices. But if you think we people come together, will it make difference? People were worried to get into partnership only for one reason: they were not trusting each other. The biggest problem is we were not trusting each other. And then we wanted to do big audits. That statement is very clear. The difference between who you are, who you want to be, is what you do. So technically what is being dreamt is to do big audits. But thing is, we need to make ourselves also big. That is very critical. And that is where this discussion on networking guidelines starts, right? Let us take this example. Preamble. What is it? Coverage in the guidelines. We can skip this. Let us take an example. I can only tell you on a lighter note that Prime Minister Narendra Modi was little late in giving that statement of vision that we should have 100 firms. Our past presidents have been more bigger visionaries, because in 2005 networking guidelines came where we wanted firms to become big. There were certain limitations in that. That was being revised in 2011. And after that, in 2021, we have finalized the new networking guidelines, which are the most unique guidelines in the world, where nowhere in the world we have that kind of guidelines. Right? Then, what was the purpose of revising this guideline? The need to strengthen Indian CA firms and create large Indian CA firms. How do we do it? We were worried. We were noting, we were trying to understand the bottlenecks which were there in our thinking process. Why are we not able to move forward? Why are we thinking that, we cannot make it top Indian 100 big firms? What stops us? Where Panaraj sir, Bellary or Hyderabad, we all chartered accountants work to, we move together. We share our good and bad together. In our family sorrow or happiness, we share together. We are all nicely connected. But why are we not actually nicely connected in the firms? Is the big question mark which is there. So considering those factors, we have deliberated and we have understood what are the concerns which are coming out from the members. We deliberated length, breadth, what is a critical factor. And as you see, we've seen in that PPT, in past, 70% of the firms are proprietary concerns. The majority CA firms are SMPs. This is what we deliberated first. Large number of firms have confined practice to audit and taxation. This is a reality which we have actually seen with the statistics of UDIN. Right? Third, many firms have audit through PDC, empanelment process, concurrent audit, bank audit, C&AG audit. Everything is empanel based. Everyone wants to see that no, my firm only should be getting empanelment. I should get the income. Now, where is the income? Where is the empanelment? Now, with banks consolidating, with many other factors happening around, do you think that this empanelment procedure is going to go long? The big question mark. Leave it to you for thinking. Attachment with firm name, which actually restricted people to not go for it. Mergers. Everyone is attached to its name. I did one thing, Panaraj sir. Instead of starting firm on my name, I started on my father's name. So all partners, including me, are all normal in the firm. I don't want, because just imagine if my partner, you are my partner, right? If it is Dayanivas and company, you will always feel that, it is my firm. Geeta madam is my partner. She'll always feel that it is my firm. Whereas we all are equal. We all are equal. So what I did in 2005 when I started practice was I decided that I'll not open a firm on my name, but I'll open firm on my father's name, because he is beyond all of us. For us in the firm, all is associated not with me, it has been associated with that name. That is how we actually transformed the firm, and today we are 11 partners. Just imagine 38 chartered accountants working in the firm is a big number for me, from where I started as a one man. So the point is, we have attachment with our firm. I think we need to move little back. What is relevant is professional service and making money for the family. Today what is happening? If I want to go out for a holiday for 1 month also, I can happily go, because all other partners will take care of the firm. They'll call, if my client is calling, biggest client is calling me, I said, I'm not there, phone cut. So he'll call the next partner, Vijay, Daya is not seeing what is happening. Daya is gone for a holiday. Acha, what is your problem? Tell me. What happens? There is a solution which is available, and I am with my family happily. Whereas today, Tariq pe Tariq, every day we spent sitting in office, whether I had my article assistant with me or not, whether I had my qualified or not, but we were working on it because we were individual. Time is something which we need to really rethink and move forward. Then client switches over to large firm when the business needs increase. Is the reality, sir? No doubt about it. Right, madam? This is a reality. So this is something which we need to really address. And how can we address if the size of firm is going to be big? Need of R is to venture into non-traditional practices. areas, because traditional practice is becoming more of a system driven because they are transaction based, and now we have to really rethink and move away from what we are looking at, dreaming about. And this is why this message comes. Step so far outside your comfort zone that you forget how to get back there. If I stop thinking about bank audit, if I start thinking about my GST audit, if I stop thinking about my tax audit, just imagine, Panarat sir, where we are actually going to. Minus this, no? I'm not telling you to leave. Just minus this and think what is that we can do. Is a game which we need to think about. I'll just give you one example. When I'm going to talk, let me just take it there. This was a vision of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to make 100 big Indian firms. And you just see the picture below, sir. They are all small pyadas who are individuals. But when they are standing together, it looks like a crown of a king. When we all stand together, we look like a crown and we will feel proud about owning what we own. That is where the difference is. And all our chartered accountant friends, I'd request, please, we all are talented, super talented. We are that few of the lot. In this nation of 130 crores, only 3 lakh members who are qualified chartered accountancy. How many people dreamt about it? How many people left? And very few of them have qualified. So let us come together to feel like, we are a crown of a king and make things happening. And what is the thing which is going to come out? Pooling of resources, expertise, combined strength, and showcasing pan-India presence. There's beautiful thing which I'm going to talk about, how this networking is going to make difference in our life. Sir, it is not a Greek and Latin. We'll make it very simple, though it is for 3 hours because we have put it. But all this discussion can come. What is the purpose of networking? Time is over where we could do organic growth. Largest of the organization in the world, madam, note down, largest of the organizations in the world, if they want to come into India, they are acquiring businesses in India. They are not setting up new plants. They are paying money to acquire. What is the advantage? Just see, Panarat sir, let us take example of you, me and Geeta madam, right? Resources. Today you are sitting in one office. Assume that we are in one common place, which is Bangalore, for all 3 of us, right? You might be sitting in one office. Geeta madam is sitting in another office. I am sitting in another office, right? The point is very simple. You are paying 30-40,000 rent. I am paying 30-40,000 rent. Geeta madam is paying 30-40,000 rent. Now just imagine, madam, we all combine. What is the value of that rent? 1,20,000 rupees per month, or 90,000 rupees per month. Correct? Assume. Now in that cost, what is the kind of office we can have? It is for a message to all the people at large who are listening to the discussion. But if we are able to get it together, and one thing what happens is when the client walks into our office individually, they only see you, me, or Panarat are individual. Separately, there is no second person in the system. But whereas if we are actually pooling these resources, pooling this value, right? So what is happening is one big office instead of 1, 3 partners, 4 partners, 5 partners, correct? And the cost control is going to be there. People, Panarat sir, you have 4, I have 4, madam has 4 articles. We will have 12 articles. Assets. Why you should have a separate printer, I should have a separate printer, and sir has to have separate printer. Why I should have a separate server, why I should have a separate website, why I should have multiple separate assets where it can be combined together and can be made effective. Who is saving this money? We are saving this money. Then what is the advantage of this? There is a cost optimization. When you have some peak time work, you can take my articles and use it. When Panarat sir has a peak time work, he can take your article, can use it. And this cycle, which we are today suffering, sir, because of non-availability of articles, because the examinations got prolonged, don't you think that it is going to give a kind of positive energy among the firm to ensure that there is no, stretching which is happening among the firm? Cost optimization. Take the best resource. Take 4 qualified chartered accountants rather than having 10 different articles who are going for examination leave. Multiple service lines. Sir will do government related work. I will do statutory audit. You will do GST audit or tax audit. then the most important part is market penetration and development, which is going to be the most crucial thing in the system. This entire benefit is coming only because of networking. Now people might think, what will happen with networking? Why should I go for networking? What does it make difference? That makes lot of difference, sir. Lot of difference. And considering those factors, we have come out with this new thought process, which is primarily making of big firms, where we have introduced 3 concepts. Rather, it is 2 here, it is basically 3 concepts, which is alliance model and network model. And from here, the networking story starts. What does happen in alliance model and what is networking model? I'll try to explain you with this particular slide. What is their approach? 1A. Different firms come together to form an alliance with a new name of alliance. You need to keep your firm name as it is, Pannarat sir. I'll keep it my name. Geeta madam will keep her name independently. We only come together, right? We only come together to say that you are in Bellary, I am in Hyderabad, madam is in Bangalore, right? Today, can you say that? We cannot say that. Though you and I can work together on multiple assignments. Some firms have actually made it bad by telling that I have an associate firm in Hyderabad or Bangalore, or might be Bellary or Bangalore, or Hyderabad and Bangalore, whichever way, said, and they took the work for say around 25,000, but they give only 5,000, that the quality of work has not come. So clients also realize that there is nothing is moving forward. So now in this approach 1, we are going to talk about coming together. Number 2 is called network, which is strongly coming together. I'll talk about it this. But the most important, the fundamental 3 R's concept is there on this entire discussion. And thanks to our lovable past president, immediate past president Atul Gupta ji, who gave this institute these 3 R's. Very important. What are these 3 R's? Very simple. Register, recognize, and regulate. That means you have to register with the institute, you will get recognized by the institute, and you will be regulated by the institute. Ultimately, there is a bigger benefit which is going to come when I'm going to talk about it at length. Now, what is there in these 3 words? We'll discuss and we'll understand what is the importance of all this, right? Let me just take you through the next slide. Right, sir? This is nothing but alliance model. What does alliance model say? Just remember the first line. The purpose is mutual benefit. Madam, here the purpose is only mutual benefit. You take advantage, I take advantage. We 3 of us will come together. Pannarat sir, I am ready to join you. No problem. Geeta madam also I am ready to join. Okay, madam. In network or alliance model, whichever way, I am open. Okay. So here, what we do, 3 of us, P, G, D, and alliance or PGD is the name that I can apply to the institute. Earlier, what was happening is this registration was not there for alliance. There was no concept of alliance. Alliance only we had network. So now we have changed it. We said that no, we'll come to alliance. What is the difference between alliance, network, and merger, sir? Can you just think about, madam? Just listen. Alliance model is nothing but live-in relationship. You know me, I know you, I like you, you like me, but no commitment. Network is commitment, right? And merger is marriage. So this 3 model we have introduced to the profession now. 1 is live-in relationship, which is nothing but this alliance model. Network is getting engaged, and merger is just coming together and making it happen, marriage, right? Here the point is ABCD and ABCD alliance will be the name which will be considered based on our nomenclature as per the ICAI guideline. Now I can go and get registered myself with the institute. That means I'll go back to this. I am registered with the institute. Now this is not a loose association. It is a registered, recognized association as per ICAI, right? Then constituent firms can carry own practices as independent firm. Sir, you carry yours, I carry mine, madam will carry madam's. Display of alliance name in professional stationery to be permitted. This is the biggest game changer, sir. That was not there earlier, right? Just imagine, Panaraj sir, on your visiting card, when you turn back, you will have Bellary, Bangalore, Hyderabad. You can write. On your letterhead, you can just on the back side print that you are located in 29 states of the country. All we can write that we are registered alliance model as per ICAI guidelines, and these are all the firms in which we are associated, right? So you are getting a recognition, right? And now let us go to it. Any alliance may direct constituent firm to follow best practices. Mean you follow yours, I'll follow mine, you follow yours. We need to make a document which is called alliance agreement, right? We can follow our own procedures. You follow yours, I'll follow mine, she'll follow hers. But we as a group can decide that let us follow some good practices. Because Panaraj sir, your firm might be doing an excellent job in an area, my firm might be doing excellent job in an area, madam thing will be doing. So we are going to combine. If we want to combine, I can have one almara only, or I can have multiple almaras. You keep your clothes, I'll keep my clothes, right? Then firm of one alliance cannot become a member of another alliance or network. Obviously, loyalty has to be with one only, correct? Then can apply for empanelment separately. You can apply, I can apply, he can apply. All three of us can do it separately. That means technically we are independent firms only for the purpose of showcasing to the nation that we are one big firm. We are just trying to put forward this kind of arrangement, right? Then let me take you to the next one. We can do referral. You can give my work to me, I can give work to anyone. Partner of the firm get appointed to sign the report. Whose firm is appointed, that need to sign the report. In case of delinquency, anything going wrong, that firm or that partner only will be responsible, not the entire network or alliance, right? Code of ethics need to be effectively followed. Firms are free to join and exit alliance. No, anyone can come in, anyone can go out. One firm leaves alliance will not deprive other firms to complete work. That means if we are, this is the most important part. Sir, one thing, AOP is the model, right, madam? In AOP, we have been forming multiple AOPs for our clients. Now, in this case also, we can form an AOP, and non-attest functions can be done by AOP also. You can take work on name of alliance also. That is what we have deliberated. So that is one more important point which we need to know, right? Have its own bylaws in the system, and finally, ultimately it is for the mutual benefit of all of us. And the major difference which I am going to take you through the network is this one. If you see the first line here, mutual benefits by pooling resources, showcase their combined strength and have uniform policy, technology, collaterals, and showcase yourself as one big firm. That means what? Madam, your letterhead and my letterhead and Panaraj sir letterhead has to be same. Your filing procedures and my filing procedure and his filing procedure have to be same. We should look alike, like any SBI bank you go, no? They all look alike. So same thing, what we are trying to tell you is, let us all look alike to showcase that we are big and we are pooling of our resources for benefiting all of us at a larger level. Just imagine, instead of having you having one mail website, I having one other website, sir having another website, rather I'll have an alliance or a network website which actually lists down all our people. The name can be ABCD and affiliates, or ABCD network. This is the difference. In that case, ABCD or ABCD affiliate alliance. In our case, affiliates and network. You need to go for registration. Third is bound by integration agreement. We all are bound by a particular procedure which we all agree to follow. Means We are engaged. You have to understand, the other person has to understand, another person has to understand each other well, so that integration happens very effectively. Because this is a move towards, it's a move towards merger, right? So when I'm going to look like my partner's documentation, filing procedure, processes, policies, HR policies, how your leave, your firm is going to give, my firm is going to give, his firm is going to give, all have to be same. Though firms are independent, but we actually look alike. That's it, right? All firm belongs to network can apply for empanelment. Because there is a third model which we are going to talk about, a lead firm, which is going to be different. In our case, in this case, B1 model, Panaraj sir, all of us can empanel ourselves independently, right? So please keep it in. But only thing is, we look alike. You and I and our madam are look alike, but all procedures, all the other things can be done by you independently. Now this is the other part, right? If you go to point number 16, balance all is same. Point number 16, quality control is well documented and complied. What is happening in the current time is, when we are talking about all these procedures, particularly a lot of people, like bank audit filing is not been rightly done, tax audit filing is not done, DC cases are happening. So what we are trying to tell is, let us all come to, because individually I cannot spend that much time, Panaraj sir, you also cannot spend, and madam can also not spend. But whereas we can decide in a particular month to come together and decide, okay, this is, because new thoughts will come into play, because every one of us are interested to grow. We are keen that we have to make certain best practices. It is not that we do it intentionally anytime. Because we are independent, we are not able to give that much time. We are struggling with our day-to-day life only. Whereas if we three come together, might be all our expert areas can come together, and we can actually ensure that a well-documented procedure can be implemented. Integration agreement I talked about. Individual firm take up professional work on their own, and partners of said firm can sign the reports and documents. In this case also, you can represent yourself saying that you are all network under one firm, your policy procedures are same, your documentation style. Panaraj sir, if your letter goes to my example, I'm in Hyderabad, you are in Bellary, and madam is in Bangalore, correct? And I'm getting work done through your office, right? Name will be Panaraj and Company, but the letterhead design and quality and procedures will be looking alike. When it is coming to Hyderabad for a client, we have done a stock audit in your place, it look the same, only name will be different in between. And when Geeta madam is calling to give us some report to her in Bangalore, everything will be same, it will not be different, only name will be different in that. So just imagine the client also feel that it is a one big firm, right? Now, what is the important factor in the entire process is the next one, which is basically called the lead firm model. We talked about alliance, which is basically a relationship, live-in relationship. Network 1, where we all are independent. Now, network 2. What is this network 2? If you see the first clause, purpose is same, coming together, right? The only difference is, if you see in the fourth point, constituent firm are bound by integral agreement. This is right. Recognize one firm of the entire network as lead firm. Example, Geeta madam firm is 1970 firm, or Panaraj sir firm is 1970 firm, correct? My firm is 2005, Geeta madam firm is 2015. What we want is basically a right empanelment. Now regulate, right? Regulate is what? Now we both, Panaraj sir, me and Geeta madam, relinquish our right to your firm to go and take our names also, because otherwise we both will not get any empanelment in time to come, correct? So we both will give you a relinquishment of right. We are not going to empanel our firms. We are independent firms still, but we are giving our strength of partners to your firm, because your firm is an older firm, and we are actually adding our partner's name to you, our qualified name to you, and we are saying that we are not going to empanel. Consider all as one. Consider all as one, though we are independent. Right, sir? Network decision will prevail upon all the firms. We have to have the document which is in place, where we all take a concern who is going to be the governing board in this particular setup. Is it only one firm? No, obviously no. Because of me and Geeta Madam, Pannaraj sir, you are getting benefit. So we also formed to be part of the board. So we all take a common decision. So this is what we have actually told people to understand. Now, what is the next one? Empanelment, right? This is what I was talking. Lead firm is entitled to apply for empanelment in own name, your name, sir, by way of integral agreement. When lead firm applies for empanelment, other constituent firm cannot apply because I am relinquishing my right. Then next one is with regards to, I wanted to take you to the important one, right? Here, 15th point. Someone might tell, Pannaraj sir might, Geeta madam might tell, or I might tell, Are Pannaraj sir will take all our benefits, he'll add his entire value in the firm, take the engagement and go. But what we thought, Pannaraj sir, you are a very good person, but we want that to be forming part of the agreement. What is that agreement? If one firm leaves network, it will not deprive other firms to complete the work, correct? If the lead firm leaves the firm network, at that point in time, you have to pay both of us based on our compensation agreement. So that means both of us are not going to lose anything. We are not going to lose anything. We are protecting the interest of all the firms in this entire process. Quality control need to be documented. We are bound by integral agreement. And most important part, sir, in this entire discussion, you know what is the key when we had discussed at length in the council? Beautiful deliberations, sir. 21 meetings we held for coming out with these three models. 21 meetings. I am fortunate to be part of the discussion because this couple of things might be, I cannot tell on the screen, I'll tell sometime later when we discussed about it. And this actually came into a reality. And after 21 meetings, 2 council meetings it took to deliberate and finalize this. And beautiful discussion happened. Can you just imagine, sir? In old networking guidelines versus new networking guidelines, first important factor. You can form an AOP in alliance B1 or B2, right? You can take work except non-audit function, or audits you cannot do. All non-audit services you can take it in that AOP, and the revenue distribution can happen accordingly based on your AOP. We have been teaching all the people to the world AOP, AOP, AOP. So we are talking about number one is we can actually form an AOP and take a separate PAN account, PAN card, bank account, this, that, everything. Number two, right? I can form an AOP or this alliance or network for a specific engagement only. I want to empanel in Bellary all the mines, audit is going to come, right? I can empanel only for that particular purpose by pooling all people in Bellary, right? Is this an advantage, sir? So that we are actually coming together. There is a reason to come together. Number three, all these alliance and network should be owned by Indian citizen chartered accountant only. It cannot be owned by foreigners. So Indian brand is going to become bigger brand in time to come. So this is, there are much more things which I am talking. These are a couple of things which are actually being deliberated. Just imagine 3 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours. That is the kind of deliberation happened to come to this particular level. And I request each member to look in. Please understand, this is a very critical aspect and we need to take it forward in a right spirit. And if this can actually add lot and lot, Pannaraj sir, this will give an opportunity to test each other. Before I go to a merger and then do a demerger, rather it will give an opportunity to work together and make it big. Opportunities are humongous, sir. Humongous. You talk about the smallest place like Erode or Salem, where huge amount of exports are happening, but we don't have chartered accountants who have exposure for foreign transactions. Correct? Just example I'm telling you. If that firm get tied up with Bombay firm, which is having a fantastic exposure on the export of transactions, just imagine the kind of benefit which is going to go. Will it go to any large firm or it will retain with the same firms in our own region? This is the beauty of this networking model. And I think everyone should appreciate the kind of thoughts which we have put forward. And we are really thankful in 2005, the president who was there and the previous presidents who are there, who actually introduced this. And nowhere in the world, Panarats are best of the best institutes. Oldest institute, ICAEW, doesn't have networking guidelines. What more we want from our institute? I think we all have to only cry with beautiful tears. Oh Moti, when the tear drops fall, no, Geeta madam, it should be of Moti, pearl for our institute. I think that is the kind of love we should have for our institute. We have to be proud about small tidbit here, there doesn't make any difference. 72 years of standing, respect, the glamour of this profession cannot be forgotten just like that by a couple of things. What is it? The discussion we have talked about, para 1, it talks about outline the revising the guideline, why it is required, identify concerns of the council were being talked about, discuss the need of networking, and then what is the offering which we are getting it. This is all is being discussed at length, which we have done it now. Now, what is the document contains is this, which you need to really see. It all the following 3 models of networking have separate annexes. Each of these 3 models have 3 appendices, and each of these models have 3 different forms. If you want me to show, I'll be more than happy to show. 1 second. Sir, if you are able to see this guideline, right? This is a beautiful document of 47 pages. If you see Panarats sir, this all concerns, right? How we are, this is my documentation which I have done. This all green marking is because of my reading, right? You see, we dekhiye. Then if you go down below, right, this document has everything in it, everything. And now we are going to come out with the model agreements also very soon, so that our members should not be bothered about where they are moving, what do I do, how do I do. This is where the document is actually. If you see this, all document describes is basically how they do. Application for approval of alliance name, and this is as of now. This is as of now physical, and very soon this is going to be converted into SSP, and by clicking of button, your entire model will start working. Just imagine your name availability will come, addition, deletion, multiplication, whatever you want to do. This is another one. Right, sir? So let me just share the presentation back again. So this is already there in that entire document which I just shared, right? Panarats sir, till here fine, no? Now, corporate form of practice. How many of people know corporate form of practice? I don't know. Panarats sir, this is a beautiful. Geeta madam, are you aware of corporate form of practice? In the corporate form of practice, you can form a private limited company. You can actually be, you have your own firm. Okay. You form a private limited company with approval of the institute, right? You can be the managing director of this company, right? And more importantly, the beauty I'll just share with you. Dekho, retain full-time COP of yours. This is how old, sir? 2002. We had this and we have this, and none of them have used it, surprisingly, right? No restriction on quantum of equity holding by its member. Madam, note down, not only you, but your entire family members, including your relatives as defined under Chartered Accountant Act, can be shareholder in this company. You cannot have partners otherwise, no? In your partnership firm apart from Chartered Account, but in this particular case, you can actually invest through your relatives also. Right? Entitled to train article and audit assistants. Sir. You can actually be a person in the private limited company. You can train your articles also. All 10 articles based on your eligibility, you are eligible to take articles in this company. Just imagine what a beautiful thought it is, how old it is. And how many of us have used this opportunity to form a private limited company so that you can actually reach out to more people more effectively and restrict your other liabilities, right? These are all the kind of consultancy services which we can give. What cannot be given? The function of statutory audit or periodic audit, tax, both direct and indirect, representation or advice concerning tax matters, or acting as these are all statutory roles which are being given in different laws. So except that, you can do everything. All consulting work, you see, everything, information technology, DISA. Today, how many people are there? How much knowledge is there? Individually, we are, madam, you are DISA, I am DISA, Panaraj sir is DISA. But we all three can actually form an corporate form of practice, and we can run a consulting company only on DISA services, which is systems audit services. What more you want, sir? You are running your firm, but we are still together. What more we want? Networking, alliance, whether you talk about this or that, we are all together. That is what I was telling. We are all together in our good and bad. But the fact is, when it is coming to work, we all are feeling independent. You see the new forensic empanelment requirement. They want 10 partners, 10 directors. From where will we get 10 directors? You might be expert in forensic. I might be expert in forensic. Panaraj sir might be expert in forensic. But where do we get 10 people? No, you form this corporate form of practice and you can actually form and move forward, right? Then the matter of merger and demerger, that is a beautiful guidelines which is there. 5 years criteria is there. Within 5 years, if you don't want to continue, you demerge and ensure that it is you're retaining back your own firm. Multidisciplinary practice, we are going to talk at length on this Saturday. We'll discuss about it at later point in time. But the most important part, madam, is basically this one. We have more than 63 international foreign chapters, and how many of us are using those services, I don't know, but it is an information for all the people at large. Please understand what we are trying to do. Then followed with this entire thing, what are the MRAs and MOUs which are there, right? MRAs and MOUs primarily with regards to various institutes, where example, when you talk about Canada, an MOU signed with ICAI, what it says is a chartered accountant who is a member of the institute remain registered with ICAI as a member. That means he should be a continuing member. ICAI member are exempted from practical training. You need not go for practical training like we have in article. That is not a similar reciprocation from ICAI to the Canadian chartered accountant, for your information. They still have to go through the articles in India. In this particular case, you need not go through this training process, right? Caption 1, caption 2 is the word which is used. 2 years of post qualification or 5 years of post qualification based on recognized and unrecognized degree, and you only have to write 2 papers. Pass only the final examination of CPA Canada and you will become a CPA Canada. How many of us know this? This is something which we need to really look into, and there are multiple such things. South Africa, we have again an opportunity to be a qualified member in CPA South Africa also. Similarly, we have UK, right? Primarily ICAEW, Australia, New Zealand. See, so many MOUs and MRAs are there. We can actually take up anything. Madam, you can actually go and practice in Nepal and Bhutan with the same certificate of practice. You can have your own branch there and you can actually sign the balance sheet. There is no requirement that you should to actually pass the examination there. So this is the advantage which is coming in a very large manner. More important, the next opportunities which are going to come, if we are able to work together, form a network, I think we can cross-sell each other in a very large manner. Might be I am an expert in corporate finance, and another person is expert in direct tax, another person is expert in international accounting, bookkeeping and technology, forensic audit, investigation audits, or might be FEMA and FDI guidelines. We all can actually come together and look into how we can grow together rather than being independent. Before I conclude my discussion, right, I just like to ask one thing. If we are sitting alone, it doesn't make any difference. We are sitting alone only. But just seeing this, madam, this is a World Cup which India has won, right? Is Dhoni there in this? Mahendra Singh Dhoni is seen in this? Not there. In this photo? Not there. In this photo, search and tell, lifting of cup is not there. The message is very simple, madam. You know where was Dhoni? Friends, Dhoni was playing with his daughter behind the screen. His job was to win World Cup for India. He is going to be recognized all throughout his life as the winning captain of the World Cup. He need not lift a cup and he need not come and showcase that I am the person who's won the cup for the nation. Everyone knows. I think time has come where we need to come together and ensure that rather than individually thinking high about each one, it is important that, you know, united if we are going to be, we are going to win multiple World Cups, multiple clients, multiple opportunities are going to come before us. And more importantly, finally, it's time to come together. We all have power to change. So what we are waiting for? I think it is a mentality which we need to really rework based on all those statistics which I have discussed. It is a choice which we all have, whether we want to be independent, we want to be a team member, or we want to be a Mahendra Singh Dhoni, where each one of us feel that we are a captain of the team and we start winning. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity, and look forward for more and more participation with all you people. If anyone has any questions, I am there to be there with you all people. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Share my screen, sir. Okay, we have some questions on that.
Selva, will it be visible to Daya sir, to those questions which you are sharing?
I'm just compiling it. 1 minute, I'll just display it. Okay, so I'm just sharing my screen. So hope it's visible now.
Yeah, the paid assistant data should be available with the institute. Yes, it is available as members are filing data on paid assistants. I'm not able to understand. I'm sorry, but I don't think any specific thing is there which is there with regards to this. The question can be a little more clear. All is access now, madam. Now to in SSP everything is available. I think paid assistant you just add and delete. Everything is possible. I am practicing in my individual name. I am also becoming partner of a management consultancy firm. Will my weightage for bank audit will come out? No, you will be equally rated. Don't worry about this. This is permitted as per ICI guideline. Not an issue at all. A member in practice from 2014 is individual capacity can apply for sole practice with effect from 2014. What's the procedure to apply for retrospective in SSP? I'm not clear on this particular question. Madam, you could understand what it means? I'm not able to catch him. Third question. In SSP, there is no retrospective this thing. In 2014, you cannot actually go. Might be this within a year you are allowed, but I don't think it is beyond that. And firm can be applied only prospectively, not retrospectively. Majority of firm issue starts with money. How to solve? What profit sharing is most appropriate? This is something which I think I should request the chairman of SIRC to take a session which we are doing in the national level on PRB, which is going to be there tomorrow on the role and responsibilities of people, and next following sessions are there which is going to be very critical. Please join that, you will get to know. But yes, we are trying to come out with a draft document in time to come, right? Then
Daya sir, I guess the third question, what they meant to ask is, it was an individual firm, and now they want, earlier it was an individual firm, and now they wanted to apply for a sole proprietorship. If they apply for a sole proprietorship now, whether they get the seniority of the individual firm, what it was there earlier.
No, in this particular case, what happens is FRN comes from a particular date. So in an individual capacity, there is no FRN. So this is going to be a separate this thing. So this is very difficult. Okay. So profit sharing, there are multiple models which are there. I think sometime later we can actually think about practice management as a program, where I'll love to come and share how we do in our firm, how we have evolved with practical exposure. Majority of merger issue starts with money. Okay, this has been answered. Sir, what is the form of this alliance organization? What is a form is basically you can actually form a particular AOP, or you can only take a name from ICI, which is permitted, but that doesn't have any legal standing. You get my point? There is a registration of a name which I pick it up and I can use it for all purposes, but it doesn't have any legal standing. It is only for a purpose of registration. But whereas if you go for AOP, it will go for a registration process. That means it will be separate legal entity altogether. I hope that is clear. What is a new RBI circular on auditors rotation for banks, NBFC, etc., which contains the part of networking firm being ineligible if one of the firms? So this networking firm concept is now being introduced, and we are going to take it forward before recognition on C&AG and RBI. And MCA has been very positive on the networking side. So government is already agreed to a greater extent. So now we are going to move towards, through the MCA to RBI and C&AG. Next, Lelo bhai. Admin. Yeah. Sir, in case of networking with the lead firm after exit from network, what is the status of MEF for other members? As I told you, till the time you are giving right to use your goodwill or name, till that time only it will be there with the lead firm. Later it will come back to you. As simple as that. Right? Sir, if we practice individually and we parallelly incorporate a LLP, will the experience of LLP be considered for empanelment? No. That is a different question altogether. So this is not going to be linked here at all. So let me not, there is nothing which specifically I can talk about. You have to practice individually, means you have to practice individually. Empanelment ke liye, again, you will actually join dual firms. So that will have a different impact. Rather, you take one senior firm, get merged into that, so that this all seniority can be added in the system. Is there any place where members waiting to join network, wanting to create network post their requirement? I am not able to. Is there any place where member wanting to? This is something very important. Biggest, wait for Saturday. A big announcement is coming from Institute. I am fortunate to be the speaker on that, and fortunate to be part of that execution team. Panaraj sir, this is going to be the biggest game changer of our profession. Saturday, I'll tell you time also. 1 to 2 p.m. Please listen to it. It's going to be eye changer and biggest game changer for the profession. Please wait, sir. This is beautiful.
Sir, the question is not.
Yeah. Sir, if we practice individually and parallelly incorporate, no.
Seventh one, sir.
Seventh one, sir. In case of networking with the lead firm after exit from the network, what is the status of MEF for other member firms who relinquish their right to apply for MEF? See, the relinquishment of right is particularly for a specific period, till the time you continue to be giving an authority to that firm as a lead firm. After that, you will get back your firm. So don't worry about that. Your thing will, so till that time, if example, Panaraj sir, your firm is a lead firm. I am a constituent firm. So I am giving you a right for that year or 2 years, or till the time we both are continuing as a lead firm and a constituent firm. The day I withdraw myself, automatically my withdrawal will be equal to my firm. Very simple. What is the difference between merger versus alliance model? Much different, sir. Merger is ultimately combining all the firms together and making it one. Whereas in case of alliance or network, we all are still independent. As I told, live-in relationship, engagement, and marriage. So merger is marriage, alliance is live-in relationship, network is engagement. Right, sir?
So the question, sir. Yes, thank you.
So very great session, sir. Thank you very much for your time and also the lucidity in presentation. I could not miss till the end, till you went abroad. So till that time, I did not miss you on anything. And definitely it was very interesting to know. And there are so many concerns that are raised in respect of MDPs. I think that will be addressed on someday shortly. That apart, this one networking definitely, as you rightly said, this will definitely help members in coming together, keeping their identities for some time after getting themselves acquainted. After engagement, after some time they get married if they are agreed with each other like that. Definitely, it will be very useful. In my opinion, it is an excellent proposal. I thank all of you individually and also on behalf of SIRC for this whole proposal. This will be very helpful to the members in smaller places because they will be doing all the work, which is not advisable in these circumstances now. So with the timeline pressures and all, so different places they can come together. They can do a great firm of the great service to the profession as well, and also to the economy. So thank you very much for your time and presentation. I think you cleared all the doubts of the members. I also thank the chairman for this program. Unfortunately, his system, there was technical snag. He could not speak out. And also I thank Geeta Madam for joining this program. And I thank each one of you, the members, for your interest in this program. Your continuous participation is the inspiration for us to consistently conduct programs of this nature. Thank you all and happy learning, happy alliancing in the near future. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.